you. Thank you, Father. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. It's time to get your blessings. It is your time. Okay, y'all know that's my theme song. That and Mary J. Blige, work that out. Like those are my two. Let's get this started. Music. Oh yeah, and then we worship you today, right? So y'all know my three playlists. Okay, so hopefully you've got a piece of paper and a pen because we're gonna get it lit today. If this is your first time joining, my name is Hustle Mama, aka Dr. Stefany. Some people lead with the doctor. The doctor is just a formality for me. I am all things Hustle Mama, and that is supporting the entrepreneurial efforts of women and now papas who hustle. They help unite, share, teach, lead, and empower their families, communities, in the world. What I teach is how to make 10 streams of income from one business, product, service, or idea so that you can build on the generational wealth promises of Deuteronomy 28. So you can create multiple streams of income on autopilot. So you can leave an inheritance for your children's children's children. And so that you can rock it, kick it, and bust the doors down in this digital marketing game. Okay. I'm teaching you hacks. I'm teaching you tricks. I'm teaching you all of my secret sauce so that y'all can be bosses for real. What you build in silence is what they can never keep up with. What you build in silence is what God can bless in the darkest places, in the loneliest places, in the isolated places, and in the spaces where He and you can become aligned so that you are a water walker, so that you are a mountain mover, and so that you can live in the purposely ordained gifts that He has purposed for you from the foundations of the world, calling you from your mother's womb when He had your name on His lips, in His heart, your DNA. His Holy Spirit is inside of you. And I'm telling you, you are unstoppable, you are immovable, unshakable, and can't nobody touch it when you build it right, when you build it tight, and when you build it in alignment with Him. So we're going to get this party started today. I'm really, really, really excited. Okay. It's been a long week for me, y'all. Y'all already know I had to pick up my father's remains. And that was very emotional for me because it's been almost 3 months since he passed away. I went right back into work. Y'all know, only took about 3 or 4 days off. I got myself together, went right back to work because that's what he would have wanted. Because my father was no nonsense. Every time I was building his business, every year he used to be like, okay, so how much money did you make? Or he said, are you starting off small? Are you starting off with 10? He was my confidant and my business builder, not just my investor and the person who believed in me. And I'm so grateful for the years that I did have with him. And so this week was a little emotional, but guess what? I took off my day because the Bible says weeping may endure for a night, but joy cometh in the morning. You know, people say, Stefany, how do you still work and do the things you do? You know, your son is in a coma. You just lost your father. You've lost this, you've lost that. I've lost, but honey, I've gained as much, if not more, because what I've gained is the fortitude and the strength to walk by faith and not by sight. And I meet my father right where he meets me. And that is in the heart space and the place of knowing that I know that all things, not some things, not one or two things, not a few things, but all things work together for the good for those who love the Lord and are the called according to His purpose. So let's go ahead and deep dive and jump right into this business model for you. Okay, so if you've been in my rooms, you already know the 10 streams of income. Today, I want to focus on the fever for the flavor, how to build your business the right way. Because I think sometimes we get into this notion or this mindset that, we go from a side hustle and we're just doing all these things to, start these businesses. And most of the time, we're starting businesses because we need money, right? And we want to change our lives. We want to change our circumstances. We want to provide for our families. We want to keep roofs over our head, food on our table. So sometimes either we're not working, so we just start something on the side. We are working and it's not enough, or we have dreams of doing something different. And so we get involved in starting these businesses. But the thing about it is, and what I try to tell people is, it's more than that, okay? It's more than a side hustle. Yeah, my name is Hustle Mama, but I'm not a hustler. I hustle, and there's a difference, okay? I'm not looking for the shortcut. I am over here giving, investing, and devoted to my blood, sweat, and tears towards my vision. And what happens is people are doing these side gigs and starting these businesses without a vision. And without a vision, the people perish and your businesses perish. That's why most businesses fail within the first 5 years. People are like, how can, if you knew how many businesses fail, first of all, do you know how many inventions Einstein failed at before he got it right? Benjamin Franklin failed at before he got it right. Stephanie Hustle Mama failed at before she got it right. Okay. So never be let's say discouraged by when you don't achieve, okay? When you don't accomplish your goals. Don't worry about that, because it's strengthening you, it's teaching you, and it is really giving you the solid roots you need to grow. So, what I want to do today is kind of shorten your learning curve and bring a new perspective to you and some new angles for you so that you can inject some flavor into your business. And by flavor, I mean that extra sauce, that extra spice, that extra kick that makes you different from everyone else. And how am I going to do that? Well, I like to do the case studies. I like to bring people up real time and just hack their businesses, because when I hack yours and I bring the sauce and the flavor into it, then other people learn from that. But this is what I want you to write right now. We're going to use the three pillars. The three pillars that I've taught you before of blogging is actually how you build your business the right way. It is how you target. It is how you convert. It is how you scale. It is how you grow. It is how people come to know, like, and trust you. And those three pillars are your experience, your journey, and your expertise. Every single thing in your marketing messages, in your Facebook ads, in your group marketing, in your messages to your subscribers on your list, in your blogs, in your newsletters, whatever material you're putting out there, it has to have the three solid pillars, which are your experience, your journey, and your expertise. You have to touch on one of those things in every single message. Okay. That is the trick to conversions. See, what people don't understand is they're trying to do these businesses, they're trying to put all this content out, they're posting in social media, but it's like throwing stuff up against the wall and you hope it sticks. No, you have to be very intentional, you have to be very direct. The consumer who is online, who is using their devices, who are in social media, remember, they're addicts, right? We talked about that. They are addicts, and addicts are thriving and living for the fix. Okay. They need the next best thing to feed off of, to feed themselves. The dopamine that is released to a normal addict is the same dopamine that is released to people who are transacting in social media. Okay. And in the online market space. So if that is the case, you need those three pillars to activate the dopamine, to trigger. Okay. So trigger the interest, trigger the loyalty, trigger the feed of them coming back to eat more from your plate. Okay, so that's the experience, the journey, and the expertise. So that's going to be the trigger, right? The trigger to get them to look or listen, the trigger to get them to hesitate and stop and read more, the trigger to say, wait a minute, what is this? Okay, so the experience, the journey, the expertise. The next thing you have to do is to feed the addict, right? You have to feed the consumer. And what are you going to feed them? You have to answer one or two. Okay. Don't feed too much, one or two of the who, what, where, when, why, and how. Okay. So you already know the 6 elements. We've gone over that time and time again. So the first thing is the experience, the journey, and the expertise. That is the trigger. And then the who, what, where, when, and why, and how. Okay. And that is going to, every single sales funnel, when you go to ClickFunnels, all these funnels out here, that's really the formula that they're using. Okay. That is the formula that sends the consumer on the path for meeting you from the first time to eventually purchasing from you and then becoming a loyal customer. Okay. It's a law of averages. So the first thing you want to do is the 3 steps, because I see people just joined, is the experience, journey, expertise. Then the next thing are the 6 items, which are the who, what, where, when, why, how. Okay. And then the last part is the process between that introduction to one of the 3 elements, The 6 is moving them through the process. And then the 3rd is the conversion. And the conversion is always going to be the dating game. So I need you to write that, the dating game. So the first thing is the 3 pillars. The next thing is the 6 items for movement, the who, what, where, when, why, how, okay? And the 3rd for your conversions is the dating game. Okay, so let me just go over this real quick with you, and then we'll start the case studies. Okay, so the experience, journey, and expertise. All right, so we've already walked through that. The experience and the journey you will always give away for free. Okay, those are your lead magnets, your checklists, your little guides, your ebooks, whatever the pitch is, your little challenges. Y'all want to do it in the form of Facebook challenges, whatever you decide. The experience and the journey is for free. Don't charge for that. That is your testimony. That is your ministry. That is like what you've been through. It's free. Okay, y'all. Y'all be trying to charge for this and then wonder why nobody comes back and buys your stuff, because you're charging for stuff that should be free, for real. Okay, and then your expertise is the part where you're hired. Okay, that's where you charge. That's your money. That's your private coaching. That's your group coaching. That's your hair bundle class. I mean, your wig making class, all of that stuff. So your expertise is when you slowly begin to transition into the sale. And when I say slowly, I mean slowly. Y'all need to stop asking for sex on the first date, wanting the people to buy from you, and they don't even know who you are, ain't never heard of you. Okay, I know your stuff is fabulous. I know your stuff is good. I know you poured a lot into it, but they don't know that. And you have to get to know them first. Let them get to know you so that they can decide if you are for them. Like, people really take it personal. I don't take it personally anymore. If someone's not for me, they're not for me. They're not my audience. I'm not going to beat my head up against a brick wall trying to sell, convert, and convince somebody that what I have is what they need. That's not the way it works. They will decide if they need it. They will decide if they want it. They will decide if they want to move forward with the relationship. Don't ever take away their right to decide or their choice, okay? Just love people. Love people in their space. Meet them where they are. And don't have this unrealized, unrealistic, and unrealized expectation that people are supposed to get it and are supposed to get you and are supposed to somehow reciprocate to you what you put out to them. That's not how this works, okay? What you should keep focused on is walking in your purpose, delivering what you are purposely ordained to deliver. And those who need it, who feed off of it, who thrive from it, they will come, they will connect, and you keep it moving. So those who don't connect, brush it off and keep it moving. Don't focus on them or that. That's a distraction. What you want to do is focus on moving in your greatness and having everyone who is tied to you, who is rocking with it, moving in their greatness. You are supposed to be building other people up, edifying other people using your gifts, skills, and talents and callings. It's not about you. Your gifts are not about you. Your work is not about you. It's about everybody else but you, actually. And once you get into your mindset that you are here for a purpose to affect humanity, to change other people's lives, not just your family's lives, but the people who need what you have to offer in commerce, then you move with a different kind of systemology, which is what I'm teaching you. So you do the 3 pillars. Your experience and your journey are free. Your expertise is what you charge for. And then the 6 items for systems movement, the who. You're writing this down now, right? I'm writing it down for the notes, because you know the note people in the Facebook group, they be like, where are the notes? Where are the notes? Okay, so who, what, where, when, and I'm gonna try and keep them neat. Like, they're so sloppy sometimes I can't read my own notes. Okay, so the who, what, where, when, why, and how. You're gonna take 1 or 2. So every piece of copy that you write, every single post you posting up in Instagram, hashtag this, that. Listen, you need to identify one of the 6 items for movement. 6 items for movement means getting the people stirred up on the inside, getting them excited about what you do, getting them happy about what you're giving them. Okay, so when you've identified one of the 6 items in your social media posts, you will begin to see people comment on those posts. Okay, and comments eventually lead to conversions. Okay, hold on one second. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do, we've already talked about this extensively, is the dating game. Your business, you have to approach your business as the dating game. When you put up your calling card, your Facebook group, your website, your link tree, your landing page, your click funnels, whatever it is, that is your introduction to the new person that you want to date or you want to be your friend. Okay, so you put all of that pretty stuff, you invest in it and all that, and you're like, wait a minute, ain't nobody taking my number. You know how you used to be able to give out business cards and then people wouldn't call you, right? You're like, wait a minute, why ain't nobody calling me? Because number one, you have to focus on the 3 pillars and then identify one of the 6 items for movement. And that is really the secret sauce to the sales funnel. And if you've taken my sales funnel class, you already know how that works. Okay, so it's the dating game. So I want you to think of it like when you were a kid. Remember, do you want to go with me? Do you want to be my friend? Click here for yes, click here for no. Okay, and those are the options you're giving your consumer. Would you like to have what I have? Yes or no? And a no doesn't mean no. Sometimes the no means not yet. And sometimes the no means I got to watch you first before I even talk to you. Sometimes the no means I got to see what you're putting down before I even trust you. Sometimes the no means I don't have the money right now, even though I love what you're saying. Sometimes the no means I done spent out on somebody and I got burnt and I don't want to put my hand over the stove no more. Sometimes the no means I don't know you like that, but let me feel comfortable and don't pressure me and stress me right now. Okay, so the dating game is the whole thing surrounding your email sequence and your autoresponders. Okay, so when you're setting up your email autoresponders, I want you to have the mindset of dating someone. And let me tell you something, when you switch your email responders and start having the mindset of dating someone, then you change the tone of your message and you change how you're approaching the people who are reading, who have signed up. And trust me, it changes the whole vibe and the energy. How many times do you run for the hills when you meet a dude and he's sweating you from the beginning? Or you go to a lounge or whatever. Remember back in the day, like my party days when you were in your 20s, like I'm in my 50s, but when I was in my 20s and you go to the club and, you know, this is my BC before Christ days, but whatever. Listen, and they would buy you a drink and you'd be like, oh, okay, he's cute, but he want to dance. Okay, he's cute. But then next thing you know, he's following you all around the club. He's calling you 10 times a day. Okay. And he's driving you crazy. So you put him, well, now you can put him on block. Before you couldn't, right? So this is what you do. I want you to thank you, Father. Hold on. Thank you. Mm, 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 mm. Whew. Thank you. So if you're joining me for the first time, then you know when the Spirit of God starts to move and speak, I don't speak at the same time because, of course, I'm getting a download and I don't like to interrupt. I don't talk when other people are talking. Okay, so here's the deal. You have to approach it like dating, and this is what I want you to remember. Your email sequence. Your email sequence is the experience you used to have in a club, okay? So you introduce somebody, they take your number, they buy you a drink, you say hello, you shake hands, blah, blah, blah. That's them signing up, right? If you sweat them too much and hover over them and call them too much and text them too much, they're going to block you. And that's the same thing with the email subscribers. If you autoresponder series is too much, too soon, too fast, they're going to unsubscribe immediately, as quickly as they subscribed it. Okay. The other thing is, remember when you were dating and somebody turns you off and you give them the wrong number? Honey, they do that all the time. It's called giving you the wrong email address, or giving you the email address that they used to sign up for all types of stuff, which is what I do, which is what I teach. Okay. And the stuff that I'm really interested in, I give my real address to, my real phone number to. So you need to think of it in that term, in that way. The next thing is, you don't ask for sex on the first date. Stop asking for sales in the first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 emails. You should be giving your audience 5 to 11. You hear me? 5 to 11 things before you ever ask them to spend their money with you. Okay. You need to court them. You need to date them. You need to get to know them so that they can get to know you and your heart and your intentions and get a sense of if you're just there for the quickie. Okay. You ain't there for the quickie. We over here building monuments and empires. We're over here building the promises of Deuteronomy 28. So we're doing this in an honorable, ethical, moral, responsible way, okay? In a loving and kind way. That is the only way. For who builds a house without counting the cost? Y'all better see the cost of your actions, see the cost of your greed, see the cost of your ego, see the cost of your need. Let me explain something to you. Don't think for one moment that people can't recognize the thirst. Can't you recognize when a dude is thirsty? Well, guess what? Men can recognize the desperado look of women when they're desperate. And guess what? Your audience can tell the exact same thing. It's a signature. It's an energy. It's a transference energy. And guess what? Even those who are not in tune, eventually they get a clue and they will leave you too. But instead, what you want is to forge a good relationship. You want the person that you're courting and dating to know, like, and trust you. You want them to be able to believe in the product that you believe so much in. And in order for them to do that, you have to come from a place of sincerity, of wanting to transform their lives, make a change in their lives. And you have to be very intentional about that. So now that we've gone over the basics, it's time for me to help you build your business right. So you guys can go ahead and raise your hand, and you will be blessed today because I am going to personally hack your business and you will get me for free. Oh, hey, Dr. Laverne. How you doing? My longtime family friend.
Oh, how are you, precious?
I'm so well, thank you. How are you?
I'm actually doing well. First of all, I gotta give props to Borja. He was the one who let me know you were here.
Oh, Borja is my man. I love him.
So we met in my rooms and connected, and then he nominated me to be part of your clubhouse. I mean your Facebook page, and I'm like, I know her. That's my friend.
Wow.
And he all the way from Spain.
Okay.
Spain, right? That's all the way around the world to get back to you.
Look at God.
That's what I'm trying to say. So he gets the props, no doubt.
Okay, Borja, you the reason for the season, boo.
He gets blessed. He don't even know it.
Okay.
Yes, darling. So we'll talk offline. You know that, right? And I try to reach your mom. So.
Yes. The phone is working now. I changed the provider, and you know how that is.
Okay, good.
Did you want me to hack your business in front of everybody, or do you want to just wait?
Well, this is interesting because I'm starting something new. I'm already in six figures, so I'm doing good on one thing, and I'm starting something new.
Okay.
So this might be the new thing. Might be something good to hack.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. So tell me what I need to give you.
So tell me what the business is.
I'm actually doing an online course for women over 50
okay.
to live their dreams, that it's not too late.
Okay. Oh, we've done that before. Okay. So yeah. So what you're going to do is, hold on one second. Let me just write this down. I always got to get my piece of paper. Okay. So your target is women over 50.
Mm-hmm.
The message is, it's not too late.
Mm-hmm.
And the product is a course.
Right. Online course. And it goes all the way up to, an online course, and then all the way up to personalized coaching. I'm an executive coach, so you know my history, but that's not what I'm purporting here.
Okay. So personalized coaching. I'll put coaching. Okay. So you're moving them from, and how long is the course?
It would be 8. It would be actually it's 8 weeks.
Okay, 8 weeks. And are you doing lives on this course?
Yes.
Okay. And how many times a week?
Just once.
Okay. So lives one, so then it's 8 lives.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then is there a Facebook group?
There is a Facebook group.
Okay. So private Facebook group.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So now they're going to move from the course. Once they graduate to the course, you're going to offer them the personalized coaching. So that's the upsell.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Now the materials that you're using, the books, are they your books or other people's books?
Mine.
Okay. So you're doing the content is yours. And then the videos, how many videos are you doing? One video a week, or are there several series videos?
It's one module a week, and I think there are four modules.
Okay, so one module a week. So it's actually one module every 2 weeks if it's an 8-week course, right?
One module. That's a good question.
Right.
It's four lessons. So it is a week. They could do all four in 1 week. It's 4 lessons.
Okay, so it's 4 lessons and it's 4 modules. So it's 16 lessons altogether.
It's 8 modules.
Oh, it's 8 modules. Okay, I got you. So it's 8 modules.
And 4 lessons to a module.
Okay, thank you. 4 lessons. You always got to break everything down to its micro level. Okay, so 8 modules, 4 lessons to 1 module.
Right.
So that's a total of 32 lessons.
Yes.
Okay. All right. And then you have how many books? Is it a book per module or a book for the course?
It's a book for the course.
And how many workbooks?
They'll have a workbook.
One workbook, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yes. Fine. All right. So let me just repeat this back to you. Women over 50 is the target. It's not too late is the message. The online course is the product. The personalized coaching is the upsell. It's one live class teaching from you per week at 8. It's one Facebook group. It's one ebook, one workbook for the entire course, 8 modules for a lesson to a module to every one module for a total of 32 lessons. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay. So the first thing you have to do is back that out. I teach 10 streams of income, right? So what happens is when you build the product for the 10 streams of income, you're actually building the evergreen product that you will use on autopilot moving forward. So what that means is from your WordPress website, you would have the blog, right? So the blog would use the keywords surrounding women over 50. It's not too late. These are your topics of the blog, because this is how you will sell the course out and have the course content and the ad content and copy for if you decide to go into social media. So the blog would be women over 50. It's not too late. Personal development. Living your dreams. Group success. And peer mentorship. Personalized coaching. So those are your blog categories. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you've got 6 categories that you can feed into this course. So in the women over 50 category, you are going to break down the 3 pillars, which are your experience, your journey, and your expertise. All roads lead to your expertise, which is the personalized coaching. So when you tell the story or the blog about women over 50, you're going to talk about your experience, your journey, either your personal journey or journeys of your clients. You can do both. And then expertise. You speak about your expertise, what you've done, where you've been in the blog. So what you're doing is you're taking the categories. The category is women over 50. And then you're going to blog one blog about the experience, one blog about the journey, one blog about the expertise. Then under the category, it's never too late. You're going to write about experience, the experience about knowing or coming to terms with it's never too late. And then the journey about navigating with the mindset that it's never too late. And then go back to the expertise of coaching through never too late. So those are the 3 blogs for that. Then for your personal development, because you're saying you're going to help women in their personal development. So personal development, the experience, the journey, the expertise. And then when it comes to living your dreams, ladies, the experience, the journey, and the expertise. And then group success and peer mentorship, because you offer the Facebook group. Then you're going to speak to the benefits of that from the experience voice, the journey voice, the expertise, and then your personalized coaching. What personalized coaching does to you, what the experience of personalized coaching does, the journey about personalized coaching and what the outcomes are and the transformation, and then the expertise and why you should be the coach. So that gives you 1, 2, that's 3 times 6, that's 18 blogs. And then those 18 blogs is over 18 weeks. And that is you dating your audience because you're selling the course. So from the blog, you'll have the subscriber list, which is the second stream of income. So you're growing the subscriber list and you're segmenting it according to which list. And the list that they sign up for is going to be based on the blog that they read to sign up. So it'll be the women over 50, the it's not too late, the personalized development, the living your dreams. The reason why you segment your subscriber list according to which blog they sign up for is because then the audience is telling you what information they want from you. You're basically having them tell you straight away, this is what I'm interested in. This is what I love. This is why I'm signing up. And you can't pay for that kind of data. The next thing you're going to do is your newsletter. So the newsletter revenue, what you're going to do is take the content from the blog. You're going to block and copy it into your newsletter as short form content, meaning you're only going to put the title of the blog and maybe the first sentence or 2 with a link that says read more. And then you're going to link it back to the blog. That's called a backlink, which helps you to get indexed in Google. And then what you're going to do is send that newsletter to the entire subscriber list, no matter which blog they were interested in, because then it gets the other content in front of them as well. The next thing you're going to do is transfer the content of the blog. Now, let me just go back to the subscriber list. The subscriber list, when you're in your blog for the women over 50, it's not too late or whatever. Remember, you're always going to have that CTA, which is the call to action, and you're always going to have the lead magnet. So the lead magnet is actually going to be the checklist or guide that guides them through into the information. And that checklist or guide is nothing more than the TOC, which is the table of contents of the ebook of your course. So it's either going to be the table of contents of the book or the titles of the lessons. That's going to be the checklist. Okay, the 32 items or even the 8 modules, depending on what you want to give to your audience. So that's going to be the lead magnet, which you give to them for free, which speaks about the experience and the journey, which is always free. And then the checklist itself is going to incite them and excite them about the course. Then the CTA, the call to action, is because it's the lead list for the subscriber list, you're not going to ask for sex on the first date. So maybe invite them to the Facebook group or invite them to a segmented list. Okay, so going back to the newsletter, you have the blog, which is the title and the short form content of the first or second question, sentence with the backlink. Then the next thing, of course, is your podcast episodes. Your podcast episodes are the same blogs that you wrote about, which were your 18 blogs, which are now your 18 podcast episodes. You're just going to read them verbatim and add some secret sauce, introduce who you are, and then also speak about the course, which is the upsell from all of this, and then speak about the personalized coaching, which is your own personal commercial. The next thing you're going to do is, okay, so the next one is the affiliate marketing, if you have ClickFunnels and you want to set up affiliate accounts for people to sell on your behalf, the best people to do that are your previous students. The next stream of income would be your ebook. The ebook is what you're using as your manual for your course. How much is the course?
I haven't decided yet.
Okay, well, what's the price range for the course?
I would say uh, I want to do it under 1,000, so
Okay.
990.
Okay, so if it's $997, then what you're gonna do is take the ebook for the course and you're gonna break it down into what's called short form content. You're gonna take maybe the first chapter of the book and make that its own micro ebook, and then put a summary, introduction, and a conclusion around the chapter. And that's gonna be the ebook that you sell and market. That's going to whet the palate for the course itself. So once you have that ebook, which is the microcosm of the regular book, you also put the kit. Remember, we talk about the kit, which is the keep in touch, on the front end of the book and in the back end with the CTA, which is the call to action to the course itself or private coaching. The next stream of income that you're going to do and create for the course, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so the next thing is the webinar. There, you sell a course faster when you do intro webinars. Webinars are free. And the webinar is going to be nothing more than the PowerPoint presentation of the course, outlining the checklist, which is the checklist you use as the lead magnet, which walks them through an introduction to the course, which is the first chapter of the book, which is the ebook you just created. And then after the webinar is the course itself. So you will sell the course through the webinar, especially making it evergreen. And then you have the people who move into the funnel of your course. So those are the students at that point. So then what's going to happen is once they move into the course, they will start the course, work with you, blah, 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 zay, blah, woody, woody, woo. So when you go into social media to start advertising your sales and your promotions, you're going to take the blog topics, which I gave you 18 of them. And those 18 topics are going to be the 18 posts that you make in social media over the 30 to 60 days that you're marketing the course. So it leads people back. And then the read more, the hashtags are the keywords and the backlinks back to the environment where you're trying to make the close. And that, my dear, is how you build your business right with the fever for the flavor of your content.
Nice.
Okay.
That's like the most structured. I mean, anybody listening, you just got the formula. So, I mean, things are all over the place in the market, and just to have a streamlined plan is just beautiful. This is outstanding.
Thank you so much. Yeah, this is what I teach. So this is the 10 streams. That's how you make it happen. And that basically is your sales funnel process and how you move the consumer from being introduced to your content to actually closing to what you're trying to sell. Hey, Borja, how you doing?
Buenas. I'm doing great. Now, Dr. Laverne, you understand why I invited you, right?
I sure do.
This is amazing.
Oh, thank you.
An Instagram post saying 2 of my favorite Clubhouse people.
Oh.
This is like the only room I cannot miss every day.
Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate you guys. I love y'all, my tribe members. You know, I see my old faithfuls up in here, Janelle, Edwina, Robin, Aja, my girl Aja, Letitia, who, oh my gosh, forget it. Letitia is like the queen. It's actually Letitia and Takesha, man. Y'all really just be giving me life. And Raven, York, Tamika, Valerie, all y'all. I mean, I appreciate Anne-Marie, Keisha is new to my group in my life, and Maritza, like, thank y'all so much. I really appreciate and so grateful for y'all. And the one thing though, I want all of you to remember is, remember, there's no such thing as competition, right? So if Burger King thought of McDonald's as competition, they would have never become the giant that they are. Everybody sells burgers and fries. What's differentiating each of the franchises is the recipe, is the delivery, is the presentation. So Checkers fries don't taste like McDonald's fries, that don't taste like Wendy's fries. When they needed to remix it up a little bit, they added cheese sauce to their fries. They have the square hamburger. I remember when Wendy's came out when I was in grade school. So never think of yourself as in a market that's so overly saturated that is too many competitors, because nobody provides what you do the way you do it. Nobody has the same flavor, the same sauce. And guess what? There are people who like McDonald's fries, but Wendy's nuggets. So they're going to go to Wendy's to get their nuggets. They're going to go to Chick-fil-A to get their fries, or McDonald's to get their fries, or to get the Frosty instead of the shake, which has a different kind of consistency. And that's the same way it is in the digital marketing space, in the online marketing space. Some people will get some things from you and may get something else from somebody else. Let me tell you, I paid a lot of money in market to learn. I've been a student of Tony Robbins, of Dean Graziani, of Ty Lopez. I mean, all of the greats, Mariah Cars, Maria Went, Mira Kotan, like all of them, okay? I have taken and been a student and studied it all. Russell Brunson, Anthony Morrison, T. Harv Eker. I mean, I bought it all. Like when you get me, you're getting $250,000 of education, okay? And study and research of blood, sweat, and tears. I have developed system after system after system. And my business has always been whatever God has given me for my gift, which is how to make 10 streams of income from one business platform, one business product, one business idea. And what you do is you follow my formula, you follow my recipes, and then you remix it. You remix it and repeat it and reuse it. And that is how you systematically, step by step, 1 foot at a time, build multiple streams of passive income that you never have to look at again, that you set it and forget it and keep it moving and keep it moving and keep it moving. Growing your audience, growing your list, growing your product offers, growing your campaigns. And that is how you do it. You build it like a step, like blocks, like building blocks, okay? And then all of the other and let me tell you, there's a lot. I did clients on demand. I think when I did clients on demand, it's like $5,000. I think his program is like $20,000 now. Like, so you're getting the best of the best, right? You're getting all of that. You're getting all of the greats all rolled up into one little girl who's all about Jesus, okay? So follow the program. Know that your special sauce, your secret sauce is you. It is you. You are your secret weapon. You are the stealth bomber for your business. Only you can say it. Only you can create the vision God has given you. That's why if people should be unethical and take something from you or represent as your own ideas and steal or put into market or package, like people are going to do that, right? People are going to always try to be you, emulate you. Don't worry about that. Don't look to the left or the right. Forget them, because can't nobody do your vision better than you. When God gave you the vision, he gave you the provision. He gave you the seed that he would nurture and grow on your behalf. So nothing anyone takes from you can have his hands upon it, because he gave it to you. What God has for you is for you. So understand that when you're building your business the right way, you're building it infused with the gifts, the skills, the talents, and the callings that God has given you, so that you're walking on water in the power and the alignment of everything you were born to do in the first place. You are born to purpose. You are born to purpose is a verb, honey. People think of it as an adjective. You are born to purpose, to get down with purpose, to boogie, okay? And that's how this thing works. Okay, next queen who wants to come up and get their business hacked. I'll take one more, because you know it don't take me long. So raise your hand. The first person to come up gets the hack for this Friday.
Dr. Stefany, in the meantime,
yes,
maybe I can receive a few quick tips.
Yes, of course. Since you're up here already, why not? Come on.
But actually, like the strategy you have given, Dr. Laverne, is super useful. But I have less experience, and maybe I need some beginner tips for the new project, which is a hybrid group coaching program.
Hold on one second. Let me write it down. Okay, so you're doing a hybrid group coaching program. Okay.
Exactly, about LinkedIn, of course, and I want to do it hybrid, so between a traditional group coaching and a one-on-one coaching. So I want to also spend a lot of time with each of the members of this beta group. So it will be a beta program. The target is coaches, consultants, and entrepreneurs that want to become authorities on LinkedIn. So they want to grow their brand there. And my message would be like, you can become the go-to authority in your industry by building a powerful brand on LinkedIn, and the results being more sales with less time and effort.
Okay, hold on one second. All right, so let me make sure I heard you. A hybrid group coaching program that has both group coaching and one-on-one spin-off coaching. Targeted market is coaches, consultants, and entrepreneurs. And the outcome and the transformation is to be the go-to authority on LinkedIn to increase their sales with less effort. Is that correct?
Perfect, correct.
Okay, so the first thing you want to do, Borja, is you first have to establish yourself. Remember, you are the brand. What you provide and do is what you do. That's not who you are. So you have to build yourself as the go-to person and the authority that helps coaches, consultants, entrepreneurs grow their LinkedIn, grow their sales, and reduce conversion time. So of course you're going to have your WordPress website and your blog. So in your blog, your topics, like what happens is for every, ladies and gentlemen, for every product that you have, every service that you provide for your business, you want to break it down to the micro level. And the reason why you want to break it down to the micro level is number one, you want to index in Google. Number two, you want to monetize as much as of who you are and what you do as possible. And the other reason is because you want to make sure that your captive audience is the actual target market that you're speaking to. And if you don't do this on a micro level, you'll end up talking to people who aren't listening, speaking to people who ain't talking to you, and throwing all of your efforts to people who really don't care. So you want to make sure that you're nailing that. So what you're going to do, Borja, is in your blogging, right? Your blogging is going to be focused on LinkedIn authority. Your message needs to be the LinkedIn authority. Okay. That's the message for your brand. The link, like Dr. Laverne's was never, it's never too late over 50. That's her message for her brand. Yours is the LinkedIn authority. Okay. So your blog topic has to start with that. Then it has to go into LinkedIn growth. And then you're going to do LinkedIn sales. And then you're going to do something like speed without wasting time, something to communicate that message of what you teach. Okay. The next one is going to be the LinkedIn go-to or the LinkedIn guru. Like these are the topics that you're going to use for your blog, because this is the message you're communicating and the transformation and the end result you're giving to your clients. And then from those, you're going to do the experience, the journey, and the expertise for every single one for the LinkedIn authority. Your experience, your journey, and your expertise in growing LinkedIn and LinkedIn growth. Your experience, your journey, and your expertise for getting sales using LinkedIn. Your experience, your journey, your expertise of saving time, and or something you might want to do something called like haste makes waste on your categories, right? Haste makes waste because you keep saying in less time. So then you'll do your experience, your journey, and your expertise. And since your goal is to create a hybrid group where there'll be some who will do one-on-one coaching, then you're going to move into your newsletter is going to have a very different kind of look. your newsletter instead is going to focus on your blogs in the authority, growth, sales, blah, 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 blah. And remember, you're going to answer the who, what, where, when, why, how, one or two for each of them. And then you're going to grow your subscriber list by adding a checklist, lead magnet, and your lead magnet can actually be a checklist on your categories for you since you're doing everything in LinkedIn. So your checklist lead magnet could be something about 5 ways to become an authority on LinkedIn, 10 ways to LinkedIn growth, 6 ways to increase sales using LinkedIn, something like that. And then what you do is you create your podcast, and your podcast episodes are all 18. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, you got 6 too. So all 18 episodes of the podcast are nothing more than the repetition of the blog with the extra sauce. And then, of course, with the call to action, which is to join the Facebook group, with the ultimate being upsell being the one-on-one coaching. And then you will create the ebook, and the ebook would be nothing more than the LinkedIn Authority ebook, or the Growth on LinkedIn ebook, or bringing more sales conversions on LinkedIn. Like any of those topics, every one of those topics you could use over the next 6 months to grow your audience, target your market, and get traffic using your blog and keywords and backlinks for Google for in every one of these authority titles. And then from there, of course, you would go to the webinar and then to an evergreen course. And for you, because it's LinkedIn and because it's so, I would say, so comprehensive, you would actually create an ebook in every single category. So the authority, the growth, the sales, the waste time or saving time, the guru, and all that stuff, and a course for each of them. So that gives you 6 courses, 6 ebooks, 6 lead magnets, 18 blogs, 18 episodes for your podcast, and somewhere for your audience to go. You get it?
Oh my God, when am I going to do all of this?
Well, actually, what you're going to do is you're going to follow. If you, okay, so Borja, did you join the directory?
I joined. I haven't uploaded my profile yet, but I joined it. Yes.
Okay, well, you have to upload your profile because you know the code is going away today. Tonight at midnight, I'm making everyone a tier 1 free for a year. This will be the last day before I start charging. But here's the thing. In the directory, which is why I did it in the first place, is you'll be able to blog, and then I will be SEOing an index. You'll be able to sell your courses. You'll be able to do your videos, all that stuff. I will be indexing on the back end. So what you want to do is just take one step at a time. I tell everybody, I know what I teach is overwhelming, but you only want to take one thing at a time. So what I suggest you do is first build your brand as the authority, the LinkedIn authority, the LinkedIn guru. Start with your website and your blog and do that first. And then grow your group. And then you can begin to release according to topic, because once you've done it once for one thing, it'll be systematic. You'll be able to pull the trigger and just start doing it for everything else after that. The problem is people try to do everything at once. Don't do everything at once. Just follow the program. Start with the blog, because the blog is really what's getting you in Google and the traffic and the new audience and the new eyes. Let me tell you something. Blog, it gives you sustainable traffic that social media posts, social media likes will never do. Those are all temporary, okay? They change that algorithm once, you done. You got to start all over again and figure it out, okay? But when you blog, that's between you and Google, okay? There is no Facebook middleman. There is no Snapchat middleman. There is no Instagram middleman, okay? And that's why I keep trying to tell people, like, y'all are getting these likes, y'all are getting these comments, y'all are getting some money off of this Instagram and social media. Yeah, okay, but how many hours is it taking you to do that, and how much work? Come on, go over to the other side where you own your content, you're curating your content, and you're being indexed by Google. That means that when people are searching for answers, the crawlers are on your site because you have followed my program and done who, what, where, when, why, and how. Remember, Google is a mapping algorithm. You answer the questions, you get in the game and you're in the lane. So when you do that and you start with the blog, you're kind of setting yourself up on the other end for long-term goals. Okay. So in the long term, and then what happens is you just follow the system, Borja. If you establish yourself as the authority, throw up some blogs. You can, remember I said 3 times a week. You only need 12 to start. If you do 12 blogs, you ain't got to do 12 more the next month. Just work on those 12 things. And then once you create the podcast, they're all offered through your website. You can load them into iTunes, into Anchor FM or whatever, and just throw them into distribution. Set it and forget it. Never look back. So if you do it step by step by step, once you've built this entire 10 streams one time, I'm telling y'all, when you see the money start to come in, no, $1 million ain't gonna be knocking at your door. But baby, you could wake up to $100 a day. You could wake up to $200 or $300, $400 a day. It depending on what you have. So do that and then remix it and do it over and then do it over and then do it over. 1 + 1 = 2. 1 + 1 in God's world equals 10, because the Bible says 1 chase 1,000, but 2 puts 10,000 to flight. So that already tells you that what you do in pairs, God will bless exponentially. So subject, verb, agreement, heart, mind, alignment, and agreement. Just follow the program and you'll do it over and over and over again. And then go to some guru for social media, like the people that are helping you make $1 million off of social media, then go do them. Because once you go do them and you've got your link tree and your link in bio up, they coming back to the website and everything I taught you, that's your money on autopilot. And that's how it works. You get it, Borja?
Amen, amen, amen.
Okay.
Quick question, Dr. Stefany, on the directory.
Yes.
You said you could sell courses on there?
Yes, child. The whole, listen, I think people don't understand what the business directory is. The business directory is your one-stop shop to all the people in my tribe, what they offer, what they do, what their work is, what they provide. I am actually, this is what happens, and this is why I started it. People in my coaching, they needed help with this, they needed help with that. They need, a lot of people need help with sales and conversions, and a lot of people need help with targeting, and they need help with backlinking and keywords, and it's an SEO, basically search engine optimization, and they don't have that. So the directory was my way of putting everyone in my ecosystem in the environment, and then having me and my team go through those profiles and get y'all indexed and get y'all keywords so y'all can get traffic. And then I'm the traffic queen. That's how come I have 400,000 hits a month on my site. That's how come I have 50,000 unique visitors a month, first-time visitors, because I'm the traffic queen. I know how to drive traffic. But I'm not driving traffic to the directory until I do all the work I need to do on the profiles. And I'm not even doing that until I get the profiles, because what's the point of driving traffic there if there's no people there transacting business with the stuff that people need? So I'm like, come on, people, it's free for the first year. Join, get some coins.
So you're not housing the course. You're just able to sell from it.
Oh yeah. I'm not hosting the course.
Okay. So can you give some of these platforms, like, for example, what would be a good place to host courses?
Sure.
Where would you the autoresponders?
Yeah, and actually, Laverne, if you go into my group, into the resource list, there's 160 hours of video. They're all there. I give you the email companies that I use.
On Facebook.
Yeah, on Facebook. The whole entire library is there. How to do the ebook, how to do the podcast for free, how to do the podcast on your phone in 1 hour, get 4 episodes and release into market. Like everything is there. Every hack is there. I have Teachable, I have Class Terra, I have Thinkific. Like I have a whole bunch of stuff that I use to host my courses, but I also host courses on my own platform. I own them. When you have WordPress, you can use LearnPress, BuddyPress. I have Wishlist Member. When you have a WordPress website, you can actually host courses on your own. So for example, I have one course on Thinkific. I'm canceling my Thinkific. I pay like $1,200 a year. I'm moving that course out from there because I don't need it anymore. I have Teachable. Now I've been with Teachable so long, I'm in a program that doesn't exist anymore. So I'll keep Teachable. But you really want to host your courses in your own environment so that you're not paying extra transaction fees on the money that you get for the course, and you're not paying extra hosting fees. And you can do that on WordPress. You really can. Unless you have a million people taking your course at one time, your speed and load times will be just fine.
Awesome. I'll check out the Facebook page, and I'm telling y'all, this is like golden. For granted, this is special. And what I really appreciate, Dr. Stefany, is that you are pouring yourself into this. And we know that what you sow, you're going to reap.
Thank you,
and I
Jesus.
declare it 1,000 times over.
Thank you,
to bless
Father.
you with what you desire and things that you didn't even expect, exceedingly abundantly above all you could ever think, hope for, or imagine. And
Thank you.
so much.
Thank you
We'll
so
be in
much.
touch. I'm going to call you Mom right now.
Okay, thank you. Thank
Okay,
you.
bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Good morning, Queen Coco. How you doing? Thank you for your patience.
Good morning, Dr. Stefany. Thank you for having me.
Yes, child.
I just want to say
Yes.
thank you. Like every time I click in, I'm like, oh, this is so amazing. And I've joined the Facebook group. And I'm actually speaking right now on behalf of my mom who has an Android because I always want her to listen. And I'm like, she can't. So like I just kind of listen, for me and for her.
Oh, good. I'm so sorry. I can't wait for them to get the Android version. They need to hurry up.
I know. I keep telling her to upgrade, but you know how certain Android people are, they're attached. So.
Yes, child. Yes. Can you hold on 1 second?
Yes, ma'am.
Hello. Hi, Laverne. Hold on 1 second. Okay. Oh, sorry about that, Coco. I had a little moment. So go ahead. Okay.
No problem. Okay. So my mom she's a culinary artist. And
Okay.
she's extremely passionate about cooking. And people are always telling her to get a restaurant. Because she started doing lives like I want to say maybe 3 years ago on Facebook. They're always telling her to get a restaurant. And last year she actually left her job to do her business full time, cooking with Carmen. And so right now she does weekly meals, a new meal every week that she delivers, but that's not really feeding her.
Right.
And she's really passionate about teaching cooking. So, I've been listening and I understand the 3 pillars and starting from there and, really how to break it down, the blog, the newsletter, the podcast. But I really love the way that you broke it down for the first lady, like speaking from that aspect. So I was wondering if you could help me in that, like,
Yeah.
from that aspect of, okay, beginning to teach and how we should kind of look at it.
Sure. Well, first of all, congratulations to your moms for Mom Duke starting her thing. We always want to give kudos to those of us in the 50 plus club who make it do what it do. Okay. Cause it's hard. It's hard out here for a pimp. Okay. So no. Okay. So the first thing is for your mother to monetize and really capitalize on the gems of what she has to move to a digital market. Okay. It's the only way it's going to be sustainable so that she doesn't have to work by the sweat of her brow. So she has to establish her brand and herself as the authority. Okay, so she is cooking with Carmen, you said?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and she's a culinary artist, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so what she has to do is create a message around that. So hold on 1 second.
Okay.
Hold on. All right, let me get a piece of paper. Okay, so Hold on. I'm just writing the notes as they're coming to
Oh,
me.
you're
Hold on.
fine.
Hold on 1 second. Okay. So what I want to do is, since you said she's a culinary artist, I want to play on words with the theme of an artist, because obviously she's taking that and approaching her business as artistry, right? As an
Yes, ma'am.
and as an artisan, okay? So she needs to define her brand message, and it has to be beyond cooking with Carmen, because that's what people are used to seeing, and it's pretty common. So to separate herself from the masses, or to give herself an edge, so to speak, I think she should focus more on the artistry, right? Okay, so the culinary artistry part. So I would put something like cooking with Carmen, bringing deluxe artistry to your meals, okay? Or to your meal prep, okay? Um, I want her to focus on a duality audience. So that means it's going to be her expertise, because she's going to do the experience, journey, and expertise. Her first expertise audience is going to be to the everyday cook. Okay, so that's regular lay people. And the next is going to be towards chefs, other chefs. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so what she's going to do is teach the science to the everyday people, and the artistry to the chefs and people in that market. And that's going to be who she blogs to, who she does her videos. Like if she's done videos and lives, hopefully she has saved all of that media, because that'll be how she will create her YouTube channel. She can throw all of those videos up, have her YouTube channel, and begin to monetize it just by leaving it alone. And then in the YouTube, what's great about YouTube is you get to put your bit.ly links, and you can drive the traffic back to your business. So back to your website, back to the blog, back to your classes. What I would do with your mom, if I were her, is I would conduct mini classes and mini workshops, and I would monetize meal prepping. So she would actually show people how to meal prep, how to prepare, how to shop for groceries. Like she would have to do all that stuff on video, and then, of course, use an editing suite or go on Fiverr. And then always at the end, do the CTA, which is the call to action for them to get things from her. So what happens is, because she's a chef, she needs to monetize. So the first thing she's going to use to monetize is recipe books. She's going to monetize her mini classes, where she's showing people how to do food prep, how to prepare menus for their family, how to shop, blah blah blah, how to preserve foods, how to make. And then she can go all the way down the list of every single specialty, quick meals in minutes for families of 4 or more, uh dining alone, dine for the week, or something like that. Just get real creative with it. I mean, she has so many directions she can go with this. And what she wants to do is, the first thing is, of course, create the YouTube channel, because she's doing a lot of display and teaching. So she puts all of the videos she's already done on the channel. Then she'll market in social media from the blog posts and her categories posts. Her lead magnets will be the recipe, like 1-minute recipes. So she needs to have some 1-minute recipes as her lead magnets that she gives away, and then she can sell the books in the lead magnet itself, and upsell to the mini classes and mini workshops. She can have something called Get Culinary with Carmen.
That's cute.
Yeah, Get Culinary with Carmen, and she can make that a private Facebook group where people pay to be a part of it, and they can have free reign over her content, her videos, her recipes, and her mentorship. Okay, so Get Culinary with Carmen will be her mentor program, and she can charge for that. The other thing she can do was you could do private chefing it with Carmen, right? Private chefing it with Carmen, private chefing it with Carmen. And then what you do with the private chefing it campaign is what she can do is let me be your virtual private chef. Let me be your virtual private chef. Okay. And then that's where she'll go live with the person, help them during the actual preparation. And of course, that costs more, but she will be from her house to yours. Okay. And she can actually do that on schedule and on task. And people can hire her to be their private chef in their home while she walks them through the meal prep.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So all of these are ideas she can use. She has to start with the blog. She has to start with the WordPress site. If she starts with the blog, she can actually put the link to the YouTube videos, the link to her Facebook group, and cross market and cross promote. And she can make sales off of all the digital content, which are nothing more than recipes, menus, and her cookbooks, and then of course her private chefing it.
Okay, thank you. Because like she does have a YouTube. She has her own private group. So honestly, for what I believe, she was right there on the blog. Like I know that she needed a blog and to begin to, start there and like how you're saying, like break it down into so many different things. So
yeah, but what she wants to do, the other thing is with her blog, she wants to make sure she nails those categories, because the categories is what helps you get indexed in Google. That's how you're getting indexed. So make sure her categories are something like fast foods, but it's not really fast food, right? Fast foods or meal preps or keto recipes, whatever the categories are. And then she needs to start with the blogging and then backlinking to all of her other media that she's already doing, because it will get her points and she'll score higher. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Thank you so much. Yes. And hopefully she's in the group. Is she in the Facebook group?
I did. I just sent it to her actually this week.
Okay, perfect. Perfect. Okay, and don't forget to get in on the directory too, okay? Because today's the last day.
I have a question about that real quick.
Yeah.
So it's what was the website again? I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, it's thebusinessminded.com.
Thebusinessminded.com. And so I seen when I had went on there that there were like 3 different things you can choose. That it was like monthly. Was I in the right spot?
You're in the right spot. You can do. I gave a coupon code, so you could. Okay, look in the group, because I actually don't even remember what it. I think it's like 1 year free on me, and then you'll get the top tier, right? But even if you only sign up for the free program, I'm going in the back end and I'm giving everyone top tier benefits. So everyone, as long as the profile's in the directory, I can give you the top tier benefits for free. So, and which is what I'm doing manually. And then that way you can list and have everything for the first year and get to know it and get familiar with the platform. Because the bottom line is, and this is the truth, y'all, 1 sale or 2 conversions will pay for the whole entire year when it's time to start paying, because it's only $12 a month or $19 a month. So if you're getting new clients and new business and an influx of new traffic, that's a no-brainer, right?
Yes.
It's like having your own marketer. Basically, that's what you're paying for. You're not paying for the space in the directory. You're paying to, when it's time to pay, you're paying for my team to go in and be your own search engine optimization and digital marketer to promote your business, and you're paying for your own traffic. That's what it is.
Okay, well, I'm excited to call my mom now. So.
Well, I'm excited too. Thank you so much. You're welcome. Good morning, Queen Letitia. How you doing?
I'm okay, Dr. Stefany. How are you guys doing this morning?
Blessed.
Actually, Coco kind of asked my question, and I'm a little bit embarrassed. So I went to the business directory yesterday to make sure that I get in, but I was a little and I just want to be able to put the right thing in there because I want for what I'm doing now.
Breathe. It's okay. Just take a deep breath. Take your time, Queen. It's okay.
You know, I traded so much of my time for money in nursing, and I'm just so burnt from it that I just have been trying to get away from it. But I know you and I had a private consultation call, so you actually never really did me like on, well, I kind of was trying to do the natural care line, but I had to put that to the side. And, you know, I've been really blessed to get into the Airbnb thing, and that I got burnt with that process too. Somebody actually got my EIN number in the process of me actually trying to do this. And my original company, it pretty much got taken away from me, but by the grace of God, I was able to pivot, and, you know, I signed for my first unit. I go get my first unit ready in May 5th in Atlanta.
Congratulations.
Another one in Dallas. And let me tell you, nobody knows what I went through. Nobody knows what, you know, on the verge of pretty much get ready to lose everything because of all the sacrifices I made to take care of everybody, and working 3 jobs as a nurse and still putting my license on the line to make other people rich. I can't do it anymore. So I just wanted to make sure that I put the right thing in because I was confused as to where to go, you know, as far as the tiers, even though you said what you were giving us, and I don't want to miss the opportunity.
Well, you won't miss it. Just get in.
Have that done for the Airbnb stuff. So I just was confused yesterday, and I was.
Okay, so what I'm going to do, Letitia, I'm going to do a video walkthrough because I didn't know people were confused. So I'm going to do a walkthrough. But yes, let me tell you why it's great for you. Because there's a space where you can list real estate. So there's this own category of real estate. So people who are looking for real estate or looking for vacations, they can see what other people have posted. You'll have your own ability to list in the classifieds. Actually, the tier 1 program allows you to list in 10 categories. So if you have 10 businesses, you don't have to just limit yourself to one. You can list them all there and still have your videos there, your music there, your courses there, your ebooks, your products, your sales, everything. So I will do a walkthrough today in the group of how to register. And if people have had difficulty, maybe I'll extend it for 1 more week because I did not know that. And don't you worry, you won't miss the opportunity, Queen.
And
okay.
I kind of didn't want to come up here today, and I missed out on the room because the state came in my building. 2 of the nurses on purpose pretty much sold them under the river, and I just can't do it in there anymore. So we had a little issue this morning. I had it out with them, but they know how I feel because they gave these 2 girls of not brown color. They let them form an alliance in there, and they just ran rapid and then turned around and just pretty much put them on a tree and hung them out to dry on purpose because they were just so malicious.
Well, everything, but remember, even in the bad, there's some good, right?
Yes.
Everything.
Good.
The Bible says all things work together for good. That means they work together for good. That means that eventually with God's plans and working, like I know for me, if I hadn't gotten fired from a job 20 years ago, I wouldn't be here today. So, you know, everything works. It's a perfect work. We just don't know what it is yet, you know? And some things aren't the enemy, remember? Some things are God using people to move his people into another direction, right?
Yes. So I'm just gonna
so just know that. Give me a couple hours. I will post how to register, and then you can get registered and you'll be fine. You're welcome. You're welcome.
And then the last thing, to Coco and anybody else, if I'm not mistaken, Clubhouse has updated, and people with Androids now can be on Clubhouse.
What?
Double check that. I was in one of the real estate rooms, and now this donation thing with Clubhouse and all that, but she made the point to say that people now with Androids can now, you know me, I'm always going to give the info if I can to help everybody. Make sure that you have it. So tell anybody who has an Android, just double check. If I'm not mistaken, I think you can now have Clubhouse on the Android phone. Just double check.
Okay, I will. Thank you so much, Letitia. Thank you. Good morning, Queen Edwina. How you doing? How you doing? Queen Edwina, are you there? Oh, she might have gotten disconnected. Valerie, I keep bringing you up. Oh, wait, here's Edwina. Edwina went back out and came back in. Okay, Edwina, can you hear me?
Yes, I was trying to get off the speakerphone. I had to take my gloves off from at work. I'm cleaning. I'm sorry.
Oh, no problem.
Okay. So first things first, I had jumped on it just to let you know. I hear you keep saying you have to write down your notes. Are you aware that you can record yourself just while you're doing Clubhouse?
I thought it was against their practice, their terms of service.
Oh, I didn't read that. Well, thank you for telling me.
Yeah.
No. Let me tell you, a couple of the we were in a short, some of them, yes.
Okay.
Little red dot on top where the room is being recorded. As a matter of fact, he not only recorded while he was in the room, but he recorded while he was in the room for his YouTube people. Yes. Yeah. Yes.
Okay, well, let me tell you something. Listen, that's very new because when Clubhouse launched, I've been a part since last year. They were dropping people for recording. They were not allowing you to record. They were telling you could not record. It was against their terms of service and their community guidelines. I guess they got a lot of pushback, because this is our proprietary information, Okay, so I will be recording then. I will be recording all of it.
Just double check. Yeah, I think it's so much easier for you. Yes, double check because it might be the specific group because the guy who recorded it's not everybody. Well, his name is Sean Radzik. He is one of the.
Well, it doesn't give me the opportunity. It doesn't give me the option to record. I'm looking right now.
I'm gonna tell you how you do it.
Okay, thank you.
You go to your regular settings in your phone and you go to your voice record and then you do voice memo and you just push record and it will record you on Clubhouse, everything you're saying, everything everybody's saying. Because I didn't know that it was against it and I'm cleaning and sometimes I was missing stuff. So I wanted to make sure I had the information. So I had put it on record and I just started that yesterday and then I didn't know. So
that's fine. I will voice record. I didn't know that you could. Like I said, before when you first started, they were having a problem with that. And they were like, no, you can't do it. Now, I got a hack for that. Okay. I got a hack for that. I was like, well, maybe if they don't let me record the room, they can't stop me from recording what I'm going to talk about in the room before I talk about it. Right. Because it's my content. So, I do actually have recordings, but it's my content, right? So I do that beforehand. So yeah, because I gotta have it for my inner circle, I gotta make sure they on fleek.
It's better for your notes, that way you don't have to, keep saying, oh, I gotta write this down, everybody. That's why I was just like,
yeah.
She can just record herself that way she can go back and listen and take her notes and it makes life a lot easier.
Yeah.
Like that.
WordPress and building the WordPress website, right? You're tackling the beast. Everything else then goes on autopilot, okay? So you build the hard part first, you cakewalk the rest, and the rest is just systematic. You just start repeating the formula, okay? Once those blogs get up, that's how you're gonna be indexed, that's how you're gonna backlink, that's how you're gonna promote. Don't forget to put your business in the directory so I can help you. And we're gonna get this crack-a-lacking.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Can I just say one thing?
Sure.
Edwina, I just sent you
I'm so grateful for each and every one of you for being a part of the community and a part of the tribe. I really do love you. And I mean that when I say it. And hopefully you feel all the love and that you're rocking out with me until the wheels fall off. You heard? Okay. I will see y'all on Monday. Have a wonderful weekend.